Hi, I'm Danielle. I'm a hard of hearing individual who has a challenging childhood, but they are full of stories that deserve to be heard. I established mine to hear and be seen because I feel more motivated to want to do communities that I'm strongly part of. I'm tired of living in a world where I have to constantly fight to prove myself as an individual with disability. But wait, it's not just me. There are individuals all over the United States who feel frustrated living and currently struggling in the hearing world. We get mocked, ignored, manipulated, and much more. There are various of topics that haven't been talked about within the deaf communities and what they're facing in the hearing world. With this journey, I'll be revealing some new raw truth about how we feel about various topics I'll be discussing. You'll be hearing some of my personal journey that may be related to the topic, and that can be emotional, traumatic things you'll be hearing from me. Let's talk about how many people really assume that hard of hearing visual are lying about our deafness. As I have mentioned on my page before, there are various of deafness within the deaf and hard of hearing communities. This is a whole one community. I'm seeing people are trying to say we are lying about our deafness, that we pay our hearing device to protect being deaf, or we talk so well enough to be deaf. What? How are we lying about our deafness if we have to endure audio testing, years of speech therapy, calling our insurance for our hearing device equipment replacement, going under the surgery for a cochlear implant, and suffering bullying during our childhood years? My brother had to endure years of hearing people saying, "Why is she talk like that? Why does she sound so funny?" My brother was so protective that he didn't want me to know what others have said about me. My parents also had to endure hearing stuff that's been said about me. To this day, I never knew what the others have said to me that my family have heard. I could easily take off my cochlear implant and I will be deaf and I can't hear you. So if I were walking down the street with no cochlear implants and you're calling my name or your cat calling me, I won't be responding. That's how deaf I am without my hearing device. So our insurance paid a lot of money for us to receive hearing device and equipment that we may need to help us hear. Collie implants averagely costs from $30,000 to $50,000 for each implant. I have two, so altogether that's approximately $60,000 to $100,000. For hearing aids, it can go from 900 to more than 6,000 for each hearing aids. Let's stick that in. Some of us talk really well because some of us actually have to go through years of speech therapy. I had speech therapy throughout my childhood years. Even a few years ago when I had my first cochlear implant. In high school years, I have so many people that come to me and go like, you speak really well for a deaf person. Or you speak so well. I have heard this insulting comments for years. I have never once appreciated that comics. Some of us were forced to speak because society wasn't welcoming sign language. Society did not want sign language to emerge in the world. Society actually banned sign language for years, and we finally welcomed sign language into this world. Back in the day, deaf people had to endure a ruler smack on their hands for using sign language. They were forced to oral. It was allowed for many years. For many years. Stick that in. So imagine so many of us in the deaf community were banned to use sign language. The language that we were so comfortable in communicating. We can't use it. We are forced to talk in your language. That's crazy. And that is how much of things that we have to endure for years. For years. Endure. We've been bullied for years. I was bullied for my voice, the way it sounds. I've been made fun of. I've been mocked. And that's why I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, even though I was nice. A lot of people said I talk through my nose. It's how I talk. And I realized that speech therapy made me talk through my nose. But it's how I talk. Do I ever hate my voice? Back in the day when I was bullied, yes, I did. I didn't want to talk. I hate my voice so much that people tells me you speak so well for a deaf person. And that why you talk so funny? I used to hate my own voice. I used to. But I had to talk. I had to. So imagine if you are an individual that had to endure years of no usage in sign language and you were forced to oral because society doesn't want to accept sign language. They don't want to. So imagine how that wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for us. We had to endure for years. We finally immersed death. Celebrities like Martin. We finally had her and more deaf actors were in it. What about the deaf artists, deaf photographers, deaf musicians, deaf rappers? What about them? Why we haven't been recognized? Why we haven't been heard? Haven't been seen? Why ignore? So thank you for coming to my podcast. If you haven't subscribed, I recommend you to do it now. Thank you. Have a nice day, you guys. Stay blessed.